Hey everybody, I'm waiting for some more people to come on before I start this question and answer about my recent gastric sleeve surgery. So I'm just waiting on some people to come on. Hmm. Okay, I have one viewer. Y'all, I really want try to share the video. So, excuse me, the post. So I can at least have 10 people to start this live off with, guys, please. Because I think this is going to be a very informative live. Hey, Brittany. And I want everybody that is interested in having the surgery to be on the live. So please, if you could share the live on your page, because I know some people probably could have forgotten about it. But guys, please, I want at least 10 viewers to start the live off. But I mean, I do appreciate the two that are here though. Yeah, Brittany, I was wondering who that was. I was like, who is Chris Jackson? Okay. Okay. Come on, guys. I know we can get 10 people in this live. See, I know if I was live on Facebook, I know that everybody, but people got to learn. I'm trying to monetize my channel. So I need to go live on a platform where I can get paid because I can't get paid off of Facebook. So come on, I know we can get at least 10 people in here. So yeah, so that's what I'm waiting on right now. You shared? Did you share it, Brittany? Okay, three. Could you who all is on the live? Share. I mean, I'm sorry, not share. Let me know who you guys are. Say hello in the chat so I can kind of know, who's all on the live. So, yeah. And I have the website that I'm gonna have you guys. Bariatrics. Okay. Lord, I don't want to have to. Okay, thank you, Brittany. Okay, two viewers. Okay, okay. Thank you. I'm gonna have to just sit here till I get some more people in, cause I mean it's only one person, and I'm gonna have to sit here until I get 3 people in. Is that you still? I think Brittany probably the only one. I had 3 people at first. Now I only have 1. And guys, like the video too, like so it could get more pulls on YouTube when people like start Googling. Please. Now all these people that asked me to go, that said they wanted to participate in this, and nobody's on here. Girl, oh my God, people are true. Oh my goodness. Okay. Y'all, I'm gonna start in a couple of minutes. Hey, Kayla. Kayla, you don't have nobody else that you know that could, will want to get on this live? I'm trying to get 10 people. I didn't realize how hard it was to go live on YouTube. If I go live on Facebook, this thing would have had 15 people by now. Okay. I'm gonna start in a couple of minutes, y'all. I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the people that I have on here, because I want the people who at least are on the live to be able to get this information. I'm just try to take a thumbnail. Let's see what this stuff. Okay. Try to take a thumbnail with all this. Okay. Yep, in just a couple of minutes, I'm going to go ahead and start. At 6:58, I'm going to go ahead and start. It's 6:56 now, so that's in 2 more minutes. I'm going to start. Okay, guys. So I'm on here to talk about my gastric sleeve surgery. I am exactly, hold on, June 20th, 21st. I am 14 days post-op from my gastric sleeve surgery. Yay! So that means I have survived 14 days after my gastric sleeve surgery. So I'm going to get right into this, and I'm fixing to start from the very first part of when you first decide that you want the gastric sleeve. Okay, So I went on this website. Well, I had someone to tell me about. I saw someone who had the surgery, and they told me. I asked them where did they go, and they told me it was a place called A Slimmer Me, and so it's in Tijuana, Mexico. And so, everybody has this thing about, traveling overseas to get surgery. But you guys, I mean, I think it's a good decision if it's something that you can afford and it's something that, you really, really want. And if you can afford it, if you can't afford it, I say get it in the States. But if you can afford to get it out the country, it is so much quicker. They don't drag you through all this rigmarole and you have to go through all this stuff in order to get the surgery. You don't have to worry about that. So, because I'm telling you, 3 days, boom, bam, and you're done. And they treat you good. Okay, so the first thing I did was I went on the website of Slimmer Me. And so, just in case you guys want to go on the website and look at this while I'm looking at it, because I haven't gotten advanced enough where I know how to pull it on the screen. It's called JL Prados, PRADOSC.com/ASM. That's JL Prados. I should have put the link in my bio, but I guess I'll put it in there after I get finished with the live. JL Prados, JL PRADOSC.com/ASM. Okay, this is where I went to have my surgery. Okay, and so when you get on the website, there are, and let me know, comment in the thing if you guys want me to repeat the website again, so you guys can look it up later on. If you guys have a pen and a piece of paper, write this down. Okay. All the packages include doctor's fees, anesthesiologist, local and round trip transportation to the San Diego International Airport, hotel, recovery house, pre-op evaluations, blood work, cardiologist, spirometry, and endoscopy. Now, I don't know if they did the endoscopy when I went in actually for the surgery, because I don't remember that. So that must be something they do while you're under anesthesia already. You get a leak test, personalized consultation with the medical nutritionist, which is my favorite, and a personalized consultation with the sports doctor. Okay, so as you all know, the surgery that I received is called the gastric sleeve. So basically with the gastric sleeve, they take a portion of your stomach and they remove it. And so they take like this big chunk of your stomach, like, okay, this is your stomach. Just to say this is your stomach right here. They take it and they cut it like this right here. So now this right here, this little bitty part right here is now your stomach. And so this is what you have now for all your food to go in, for all that. So see, it was this big, now it's this big. So they take over 80% of your stomach out. And I have pictures of my stomach. So when I get ready to do my documentary on my entire trip to Tijuana, Mexico, getting the gastric sleeve, I'm gonna have a picture of my stomach in there and all that, because when they take your stomach out, they give you a picture of your stomach. And I just thought it was so cool. Okay, so on here they have basic plus, premium, and premium plus packaging. Okay, with the basic, okay, listen, I'm just going to be real with you. You never go into anything getting anything that says basic. So this is what I did, y'all. I scrolled right on down to premium, and I got the premium plus package. Okay, the basic package was $3,400. The basic plus was $3,650, and the premium was $3,800 USD. Okay. So you get post-medication package to take home. You get a personalized consultation with the psychologist, a 6-month follow-up care program with the medical nutritionist, and a 6-month follow-up exercise program with the sports director. So basically, when you leave the place, you're already talking with the medical nutritionist. She already hands you a meal plan. And so you're going to get a meal plan from her for 6 months. So because see, our plan I think is 2 months. Then she's gonna send you another plan for 2 months, and then she's gonna send you another plan for 2 months. So it's 6 months in all that you're gonna get a plan with her. Okay, and so I think it's really good. Like I have it's really good. It's telling you every single thing that you have to eat. It's telling you like you can't go wrong with it. Okay, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna now that I have told you guys this, I'm gonna give you the steps how I did this. So you go on the website, you apply to which package you decide, which I strongly suggest the premium package. And you have this application, and it asks you all these different medical questions about yourself, like have you ever had high blood pressure, have you ever had complications with surgery before, do you drink, do you smoke, like that stuff you fill out in the doctor's office. It's like like 5 detailed pages of nothing but question and answers about your medical history. Do you have diabetes? Does it run in your family? Have you ever had this? Have you had that? They cover every single basis. They ask you your BMI. They ask you your weight. They ask you your height. They cover everything. Have you ever had any heart problems? All that. They cover all of that. And so it is very, very, very thorough, because when I started looking at it, I was like, God, you mean to tell me that these people are going to be able to look at some questions that I answered and decide whether or not they're going to be able to approve me? Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. So as long as you're honest about your medical history, then you're fine. So you just have to be honest, because I was honest and I was a little scared that I was going to get turned down, because I said that I had complications when I had my breast reduction. And so, I didn't get turned down, y'all. I was approved actually the next day, which that is obviously very rare, because in the support group that I am a part of, it was days before people got, and weeks before people got approved. So thank God I was approved quickly. So once you're approved, once you're approved for the surgery, someone starts contacting you and they tell you, Erica, you've been approved. And this person is called I cannot think of what this person is called, but they're basically like your guide for the rest of the time. This is who you ask all your questions to, and all that. So you talk to them, they tell you, and then what I did was I asked them for some available dates, because I wanted to go ahead and get it over with. So when I was approved, I wanted to be in surgery within 4 weeks of that. So I asked him, did he have the dates approved? And I said, did he have those dates? Did they have those dates available? And let me tell you something. His name was Carlo Ramirez, and he was very, very efficient. Like everything I asked him, boom, I had a question. Like in the end, he kind of started slacking, but in the beginning, where it was most important, he answered all my questions. And so I emailed him and asked him what were the available dates, and he gave me I told him I wouldn't do it in the middle of June. So he gave me the dates that was for June, and I said, okay, these are, I made sure made sure everything could line up. And I said, okay, these are dates I want to go with. And so he said, okay, Erica, your dates are now, locked in. And so after you do the dates, after you ask them out the dates, then what you have to do is you have to pay a deposit. So you have to pay I think it's 10% of whatever your premium is and everything. It's like it's no tax. Like if it says it's $3,800, it's $3,800. It's not no $3,800 and $3,860. It's $3,800. And so you pay 10% of that, so you pay $380. So how I did it was I went to Wells Fargo and I wired the money to them. They give you all the information, the routing number, everything, the wire, they show you how to transfer it. They show you how to wire, they tell you everything you need, to wire the money to them. Or you can do it bank to bank, but you have to have a certain bank that, they have. And so I didn't have that bank, so I went to Wells Fargo. And I think it was like $30 to wire it. Y'all, I can't, hold on. I got paper here. Let me see how much. I'm not seeing on here how much it was to wire it. I don't see how much it was to wire it. But I think it was like $30 or no more. It was no more than $50 to send the wire over. So once you send the wire over, they start talking to you and whatever, and they start telling you. So this is what they do. They tell you day 1, that's your arrival. Day 2, that's your surgery. Day 3, you have a leak test, and then you go to the recovery house. And day 4, you depart. 4 days. It goes by so quick. And they let you know that your arrival. So basically, you need to plan your plane ticket you need to schedule your plane ticket for your plane to land between 9 and 11 at the San Diego International Airport. And so I got a flight for that. And then when you get ready to book your flight back, it has to be between 2 to 4 p.m. due to the wait at the border. Because see, when you get to California, you're gonna cross over into Tijuana, Mexico. So you have to have See, listen, guys, you do not have to have a passport. I repeat, you do not have to have a passport in order to go to Tijuana, Mexico and have this surgery. So take a deep breath. Because I know somebody wants to get it like right now and they're like, dang, I got to go get a passport. No, you do not. I don't have a passport. I plan on investing in a passport very, very soon because I think it is essential and important to have one. So, but I was pushed for time. So you have to have a certified copy of your birth certificate and your driver's license. And that's all you have to have. Now, when I crossed over the border, they didn't ask for any of that information. But when we got ready to cross back into San Diego, they wanted all the information. He came by and he wanted everybody that was in the van, because it was like 7 of us in the van, and he wanted all of our information. So he got our license and birth certificate, and for those who had a passport, he got their passport. But he did say, guys, get you a passport. And so I was like, yeah, we're going to get a passport. I'm going to get me a passport. Okay, so I'm going to just take you guys through. Okay, so I have these vitamins sitting here in front of me, because this starts your preparation for your pre-op diet. So what is going to happen is they're going to put you on a pre-op diet. And they're going to put you on a pre-op diet according to your body weight. So nobody's pre-op diet is the same. Somebody else may have to do a protein diet for 4 days, and somebody else may have to do one for 10 days. And then someone might have to do a liquid diet for 3 days, and someone may have to do a liquid diet for 4 days. So my liquid diet, if I'm not mistaken, was 3 days, and my okay, let me back up. I'm just gonna back up because I don't know why I don't have this paper right here. Okay, so when I got ready to, when you get ready to go on your pre-op diet, they tell you about these vitamins. These are all the vitamins that you're going to have pre-op, post-op, and that you'll be taking most likely for the rest of your life. It's there, y'all. It's a lot of pills. So if you already like have high blood pressure, something like that, you got to take that plus these. And so, but when you get the gastric sleeve, your blood pressure gets better. Diabetes can go away. Like this surgery is made to help you become healthier. That's why your stomach is shrank. And then when in the first few weeks of you doing it, in the first few weeks of you having the surgery, you are limited to what you can eat. Okay, so you have to have the Caltrate 600 plus D3. So this right here, I want to make sure you guys can see it. This right here, you have to have this. Okay, this is a calcium pill for your bones. It has D3, vitamin D3 in it. So I take vitamin D3 every day, but because I'm taking these, I don't take my vitamin D3 anymore, because that would just be too much of vitamin D3. That would be too much vitamin D3 when it's already has that. Then you have the fish oil, 1200 milligrams. They give you a list of all this stuff, y'all. So really and truly, I'm giving y'all really stuff that y'all not even going to get until you've already paid your deposit. So everybody will know if they're sure that they want to go forth with this surgery. Fish oil. This is what you're going to be taking after your surgery. Like after that first week, this is when you start your fish oil. Okay. Now, everything else that I have, you're going to have to start. The Caltrate and everything else beyond. I should have introduced the fish oil last, because all of this, you have to take this before you even have the surgery. You got to start on this because, okay, I'll tell you in a minute. Zinc. Y'all, I'm trying to put this in the camera. Okay, there it is. Zinc. You have to take a probiotic pill. Probiotic. B12 helps convert food into cellular energy. This is helpful. B12, you have to take this. B12. I got all of my medicine off of Amazon, and I have been taking this wrong. This is the bariatric pill. You have to take this before your surgery. I just decided to get the fusion, but guess what? I've been taking it wrong. You're supposed to take 4 a day. I didn't know that. These things are disgusting. It tastes like chalk while you're trying to chew them up. So you have to take all of this to start prepping for your surgery. You have to take all this medicine, with the exception of the omega fish oil. You do not take that until after, like 10 days after your surgery. Well, they'll tell you when you can start taking it. I think it's 10 days after your surgery. I think it's 10 days. Okay, so, however, this has to be taken 4 times a day. Okay, so the reason why you have to take all these vitamins, because what people don't tell you that have the gastric sleeve, is that you can lose hair, whenever you have the surgery. You can lose muscle mass. You know, you can get in pretty bad shape. You want to know why? Because when they cut your stomach in half, you can only eat, cut 80% of your stomach. You can only have a certain amount of food. So what is that going to tell you? There's no way you're going to be able to get all of your nutrients in. So you got to take these vitamins so you can already, start building your immune system before you even, have the surgery. And so that's what these are, and so after you have the surgery, you're not going to be able to take these because for one, you're not going to be able to swallow them. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, please let me know so I can answer specific questions, because I'm going to try to remember to cover everything and tell you what I have experienced. But, I can't remember everything, y'all. Okay, so you take this. Then, like I said, you go on this heavy protein diet. Like, you eat, y'all. You was like having to eat 2 cans of tuna at one time. Like, 180 grams of chicken, 180 grams of beef. Like, every day, 180 grams of, like, fish, tuna. Okay, and they spread it out. And you had to have, like, Jell-O, water, Gatorade. That was prepping your body for surgery. That was all you can have. They let you have. You can eat as many vegetables as you wanted to eat. You can eat, you drank protein shakes. It was like you drank a protein shake in the morning, and then for a snack, I had Jell-O, and then I would eat lunch. Jell-O and a sugar-free popsicle. And y'all, sugar-free popsicles are pretty good. I really like my sugar-free popsicles. Right now, that's what I'm supposed to be eating too. And so Jell-O sugar-free popsicle was always your snack. Then, like, for lunch, you would even have something like 2 cans of tuna, tomato, celery, and lettuce. And you're sitting there like, y'all, it's so much food. It was so much food that I was having a problem getting it down every day. And they like switch between the chicken, the tuna, and the beef. And so, like my pre-op diet was 4 days on that, and then 3 days on the liquid diet, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what mine was for my weight, because my starting weight was 240 whenever my starting weight was 240 whenever I started the pre-op diet. Okay, and so 240 starting weight, so I started the pre-op diet. Okay, you're gonna be eating, and it's just gonna be so much food, and you're gonna feel like you're eating too much food. But what they're doing is they're building you up with protein in an effort to shrink your liver, because they have to move your liver around in order to get to your stomach, and your liver has to be a certain size, because if your liver is not a certain size, then they cannot operate. It is very serious. You must follow your pre-op diet. And I'm gonna be honest, I cheated one day and I had a pizza quesadilla at work, but it was just one day and I did not cheat on my pre-op diet anymore. But so basically you have 2 times where you eat Jell-O and popsicle, and the rest of the time it's like heavy protein. You start day off with a protein shake, you end the day with a protein shake, and so that's for that diet. Okay, then let's move on to the liquid diet. So once you hit that liquid diet, it's no more meat. All you can eat is chicken broth. This is what I did. I put chicken broth, cream of mushroom, celery, spinach, and I blended it all up, and I drank it, and it was disgusting. So, but it was, and I'm not gonna lie to you, during my pre-op diet, during my liquid diet, I got extremely hungry. That is when I started experiencing hunger. But once you start your liquid diet, y'all, you right up there at the edge. You cannot, you can't give up. It was so hard, y'all. It was, God, that chicken broth. I don't want to taste chicken broth ever again. I don't even. Ugh. Okay, so now we're fixing to get into the rest of it. So liquid diet. I drank you have to stop all liquids at 12 before pre-ops, because my pre-ops was supposed to be that Monday. So let's take it to, we're gonna start at June 20th. So that's the day I went to Atlanta, and I got on the plane. That was my very first time flying. So that was my very first time flying, and my very first time going to another country. So it was a pretty good experience. It was kind of scary on the plane at first, but then I kind of got used to it. And so you get on the plane, you go to San Diego. But guess what, guys? I had a flight delay. So I ended up arriving in San Diego at like 1 o'clock, and I was supposed to arrive at 11 o'clock. But you know, God is so good. My driver could have left me, and I would have had to pay for a hotel and have the driver, that driver or another driver, pick me up the next day. But my driver kept in touch with me. Yeah, you have contact with your driver the whole time, letting them know. They asked you questions: have you landed? This is who your driver. That he had sent me pictures and everything that I couldn't get while I was on the plane to show me who he was and everything. And so I was like, "Sir, my plane was delayed XYZ." And he was like, "Don't worry, I'll wait for you." Like his phone's about that, y'all. I was just so nervous. And so he, out of the kindness of his heart, y'all, because he did not have to do that. And you, yes, you are responsible. I know y'all probably sitting there, hold on a minute. So you telling me I'm responsible for, and my flight is delayed? Yes, you are. They're going to make you, you got two choices. You get a hotel or you sleep inside the airport and wait till the next day for for the driver to arrive again. So, hey, cousin who? My cousin who? Okay. And so, however, you got in there, and he, we just started riding to the Tijuana border. And y'all, it wasn't that like 25, it was like 25 minutes. It was so close. He was so sweet, guys. His name was Leo. He was so, oh, hey, Latisse. Thank you so much for joining, Latisse. But he was so sweet, y'all. I mean, he talked my head off, though. Oh, my God. He just was talking. He was so sweet. And he was like, please, I need you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get my YouTube channel monetized. And I was like, I'm trying to get my YouTube channel monetized, too. Okay, I'll help y'all. I didn't even ask him to subscribe to mine because I knew when I subscribed to him, I was going to get blessings anyway. So I didn't even try to make it a, you subscribe to me, I subscribe to you. I didn't even try to do all that. And I have, my subscribers have came in. I have gotten a plethora of subscribers since he subscribed to my channel. So God's gonna always, make sure you're good anyway. And so however we got to Tijuana, it was so simple. I was like videoing, and he was like, okay, when you get up there at a certain point, they don't like for you to video. So I was videoing, and he was like, okay, now's the time that you want to put your phone down. So however, they checked the car to make sure, I guess he didn't have any stowaways of people trying to come over to Tijuana. And so of course we didn't have any. And so we went on through, and he let me know that I was not going to have my pre-ops that day because I was too late for pre-ops. And so I was like, oh, man, keep in mind, I couldn't eat anything. The only thing we could eat was chicken broth. We was still on liquid diet. Chicken broth, Jell-O. Y'all, I was starving by the time I got to the hotel. They took me to the, I was starving. And there had been this girl, this lady that I had been keeping in touch with. But see, we was all supposed to go get our pre-ops together, me and her, and she met another girl. But however, my flight was delayed, so everybody had already had their pre-ops except me. And so I'm like, oh no, now I got to go through pre-ops by myself. I got to go. And so that put me on to having pre-ops the day of. Thank you so much, Mookie, for supporting me. I had to end up having pre-ops the same day as my surgery. Okay. But anyway, when I got there, y'all, one of the girls, they was just so sweet, both of the girls. But one of them, I was like, I'm so hungry, y'all. She had went to this place, and she had some chicken broth, and they was set, like, we had to have sugar-free Jell-O. So they had like the little red cups that you drink out of, like people drink. They had clear ones like that, and they was like made with Jell-O in them. Oh my God, y'all, that Jell-O probably wasn't even that good. It was pineapple, but it was good to me. It was good to me. And so she gave me her Jell-O and her broth like it was brand new. And I was like, thank you so much. I was so hungry. And I ate that, and I wasn't hungry anymore. And so they was like, well, you want to go? Y'all want to go somewhere? After after we okay. Let me roll back. We had to meet with the nutritionist before we could even go to our hotel. And then we had to sit there and wait because we couldn't check in at 3 o'clock. And so at 3 o'clock was the same exact time the nutrition was coming to meet with us. So we checked. So basically what we did was we checked in, and then we went straight back down to talk to the nutritionist. And that's when the nutritionist basically told us about these vitamins again, even though he had already received it. And she basically gave us our post-op package to tell us every single thing that we was gonna have to eat. I'm talking about, y'all, it's extremely detailed. There is no way that you can have a bad comprehension of what you have to have because she tells you. And so, however, she told us what we had to have. I'm talking about probably about 5 pages, and I'm still on it now because I'm on the post-op diet. She was so sweet. She let you know the do's and the don'ts. She let you know what would happen if you eat this, if you that. The lady was just wonderful. I mean, y'all, I'm telling you, those Mexican people down there in Tijuana were some of the sweetest, most lovable people that I have ever met in my entire life. They were so sweet and they were so good to me. And they were good to me. They were good to all of us. Those were some good people. They really were. And so, however, after that, I thought we was gonna go out for yes, I went to Mexico by myself. Everybody that was there was by themselves. All the people that was with me, everybody was by themselves. Y'all, this is not a trip that you take a lot of people, or that you even take. You may can take somebody, but they're going to be very uncomfortable because at the recovery house is really only made for the person that is recovering. But inside the room, they have a recliner. So it's really only made for one person, y'all. And it's not what people think. It's not scary. You're there. First of all, you join a support group before you even get there. So everybody who's traveling on whatever date to have their surgery, you're already starting to meet the people that are going to be there and that's going to have the surgery the same day that you're going to have the surgery. So it's like you're forming like a little sister circle right then. So you're not going to feel alone when you get there because we're all there together, because we're all there having the surgery on the same day. And so, however, we didn't really go anywhere. Tijuana is not really a tourist town, you know. If it's like a bunch of buildings, and nobody really wanted to go nowhere. So I went back in the hotel, took a bath, and I'm thinking I'm fixing to go out with them. Honey, they done went out about an hour and came back, and they was in the hotel. And so I was like, well, Lord Jesus, I thought we were gonna go out. So one of the girls did. We went to the store. It was like a store right across the street from the hotel, like a grocery store. So we went in there, we got a few things, and like sugar-free Jello and all that. And so I ate some of that, you know, when I got back to the hotel. And so the next day, okay, now I'm finna get into the nitty-gritty. The next day when I arrived, everybody else was getting taken up to prepare for surgery, but I had to prepare for pre-ops. So I was in there, you know, and they came and prepared me for pre-op. Pre-ops was not bad at all. All they had to do was just take some blood and run some tests. And then they took some blood, they ran some tests. I sat down, that's when I made my payment, and I took, I'm sorry guys. You can either make payments to them through your bank, or you can take a cashier check. I didn't have time to make payments through my bank. That was just too much. And then they was going, or you could have took your debit card, which they was going to charge you some interest on your debit card. So I just took a cashier's check, paid it, boom, bam, boom, that was done. So I spoke with the cardiologist. The cardiologist did an EKG on me. He told me how my heart was. He told me all that, and I weighed in. Okay, remember I told you guys I weighed 240 whenever I started my pre-op diet. Well, when I weighed in, I weighed at 231. So I had lost 9 pounds just on my pre-op diet. And I felt so accomplished. And so, however, I was 9 pounds. I had 9 pound weight loss. I was supposed to lose 12 pounds, but I had a 9 pound weight loss and it was no problem. They're going to give you some medicine. I don't know the name of it. They're going to give it to you in a little pack when you sign. Once you give them your cashier check. And so guess what that medicine is starting to sedate you for surgery. And it's so crazy because by the time you get in your room and you settle down, because everything is taking place right in the surgical center, you start settling down. And I was like, I say, is this supposed to make me sleep? And she was like, yeah, that's the medicine they gave you. You got to get butt naked, y'all. Don't we just hate that? So I had to take off all my clothes. And so I took off all my clothes. Okay, now, I'm pretty much high at this point. They come in, they gave me an IV, all that. I'm pretty much high at this point. So I'm just laying down, waiting on the surgery, you know. I'm asleep. So when the doctor comes in, y'all, I'm so heavily sedated. He's like, do you have any questions? And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah. I had plenty of questions, but I don't know what they are now. And even if I know them, I can't even hardly, you know, communicate with you because I'm like, And so, however, the man, he spoke English and he was not, everybody else spoke Spanish. And so next thing I know, they came in there and they started wheeling me in. But before I got wheeled in, I saw one of the girls that had the surgery, and she was like walking. Ugh, she was in so much pain. I was like, oh God, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. So I was so scared. And so, however, they wheeled me in, y'all. Now, one thing I did not like, they wheel you in. So you see, like, normally I don't like when I had my breast reduction. Whenever I was getting wheeled in, I can't tell you how the table that they was finna operate on me look. When I got wheeled in at JL Prado and Associates, it was so scary because the man was just sitting there. He was like, lay right there, and I'm like, oh my God. So this is the operating table. So I'm seeing this. So I'm seeing all this equipment, and I'm very, very scared. So I started getting really scared. And then that man was trying to you gonna have to take those eyelashes off. And I'm like, I'm sitting there pulling on y'all, like trying to act like I can't really take them off. And I'm like, well, I just can't really get them off. I'm like, I can't really get them off. And so I laid down. I just laid down on the table, and y'all, they were strapping me down. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was scared. Like, it was like you was at a crazy house. They was like strapping you down. Now, see, I'm pretty sure they strap everybody down in every surgery, but in my surgery, I wouldn't have known that because I was already deep up under anesthesia before I got strapped down. I don't remember getting moved out of bed or nothing. But these people sitting there strapping me down. And y'all, I was so nervous. And next thing I know, I was asleep. And next thing I know, boom, I was waking up. And yes, and that man, y'all, I woke up and that man had took my eyelashes off. And I'm like, hold on, who does he think he is? I guess he said they said they had to cover my face. But it don't matter if you had to cover my face or not, sir. I mean, you could have kept my eyelashes on. Man. So he took my eyelashes off. And so y'all, I'm just like in so much pain. They only cut you in like three little places. And so that's why I said, y'all, I'm going to get more intimate on my documentary because I'm going to show you pictures. I got videos and everything on my page. But I just got to get somebody to help me with the documentary. And so they cut you in these three places, like three little lacerations. And y'all, when I tell you, when you get out, you are in so much pain, like inside the stomach, that you don't really know like what the pain is. And so they told me, this is gas. You got to walk it off. And so I'm sitting in there sleeping, trying to go to sleep. Wouldn't get up and walk, y'all. I don't do right whenever I'm supposed to, when I have surgery. People tell you to do something, I just don't want to do it. You could see the girls in the hallway walking with the IV, pushing the IV like they was in so much pain. And so the girl was like, you gonna walk? She was speaking Spanish. Thank God I have a 2-year degree from South Georgia College in Spanish, so I could pretty much understand just about everything they were saying, and I could pretty much, speak back to them with as much as Spanish that, I know, y'all. If you know, you just know. Spanish is just, and you never forget it. I started remembering stuff that I had not, words and stuff that I like. Once you learn Spanish, y'all, you do not forget Spanish like that. Like, you're not going to remember every little thing, but you're going to remember a good bit to help you along the way. Because I was in Mexico, and y'all, when I tell y'all them folks didn't speak English, them folks did not speak English. Like, you better have known some Spanish because them folks did not speak English. And so she came in there and she told me to give him a walk, went walk. And then she came back like an hour later. I was sleeping so good, and she was like, "You got to get up." She started pulling my arm, and she made me get up and walk because they say as you walk the gas down. You walk the gas down, and so I was walking. Walking. Everybody just walking. It seemed like I was just. They say I'm so extra, but y'all, I don't have no high pain tolerance. So I was in a lot of pain. And so I'm just walking with the thing. And then y'all, I got back in the bed and the worst thing happened. Y'all, I had some kind of gas. Lord Jesus, I was just, I was trying not to cry. But y'all, it hurt me so bad. It was hurting so bad. And the lady gave me some medicine and it eased the pain. And so you spend the night in the surgical center. And so I was spending the night, and y'all, when I tell you, it's just like the hospital. Listen, y'all, I'm finna talk. My nurses, y'all, I loved my nurses. I loved each and every one of my nurses. They were so kind. They made me feel so good. They didn't even make me feel like I was a foreigner in another country. I mean, those people treated me like royalty. And they saw about you. They just tended to you every need. It was just awesome. And I didn't find out later on that I was supposed to be asking them for permission when I got to use the bathroom. And if anybody knows me, they know I have an overactive bladder and I use the bathroom a lot. And so I was using the bathroom even more because of the IV. And so I was just up all night. But y'all, it seemed like every time I got ready to lay down to go to sleep, joke. I'm like, God, dog, why y'all messing with me? I'm trying to sleep. Taking your blood pressure, checking everything. Those folks was them folks say, oh, baby, you ain't gonna die in here. So they was making sure we was all right all night long. You know how when you're at the hospital all night, they just aggravating you all night long, just aggravating you. And so the next morning, I wasn't really able to take a shower. But one thing about me, baby, I'm clean. So, baby, you know what I did? Baby, I washed up real good because I was not finna be smelling bad. No, baby. No. So I washed up real good. Oh. And if you decide to go to J.L. Prado and Associates and go get this surgery Mexico, baby, you better bring you washcloths because they do not use washcloths down there. They give you these big, large hand towels. Okay, what you want me to do with this? This to drive with. So, baby, I had to make a way out of no way. I had to go ahead and I was like, Lord Jesus. But anyway, the girl had told me, that she had some washcloths. So when I got to the hotel, she gave me some washcloths. Anyway, I'm fast forward. And so not the hotel, recovery, before we got to the recovery house. And so, no. Forgive me. She had given me the washcloths before I had the surgery. Or did she give it to me after the surgery? It seemed like I got it after the surgery. I think I got it after the surgery. I can't remember. But anyway, they didn't have no washcloths. Thank God somebody had some. And so you get you wash, and then they come pick you up. You get on the van, and then you ride to the leak place where you get your leak test. Okay. So what a leak test does is you have to drink this little substance twice, and they do x-rays over your stomach just to make sure that everything went right with the surgery, nothing is leaking out, that everything is in there like it should be for your surgery. And so of course, as you guys can see, I'm here. I'm doing great. So my leak test went great. Everybody had a great leak test. These people really know what they're doing over there. And so after the leak test, then everybody just like, oh, in the gym. And y'all, they separated us. So we thought that we were all going to go be at the recovery house together. But the recovery house only fits 3 people. And so we got separated. Me and one girl, the girl I didn't really talk to like that, but we was cool because that's the one that gave me the Jell-O. But I was kind of a little bit, he had the other girl following them and was conversing with her more. And they put her in another recovery house, from us. And so, we were just like, dang. And so I was in the recovery house with a lady that had a mommy and me makeover. And then that girl, and then, so I think it was just 3 of us. And so they had, it was 2 on each side. I'm sorry, it was 2 on each side. So on my side, it was me and the lady. On their side, it was the other lady. So you had a shower and all that. There were 4 of us in the recovery house, 2 on each side. It was very nice. I got pictures of the recovery house too that I'm gonna show in my documentary. But it was really nice. Everything was clean. Everything was really nice. And it was even worse there because they didn't even have hand towels there. They had big old towels, and I said, Lord, I think I'm so glad I got washcloth because I don't know what they got going on over here. I guess they just don't use washcloths. And so, everybody have their own preference. I don't have any, I'm not saying that to be, rude or disrespectful to their culture, but you just better bring your own washcloth when you get ready to go over here for this surgery. And so, once again, I had the most wonderful nurses. I mean, and they switch nurses like every 6 hours. So, like they was like every 8 hours. I mean, it was like, it was working a shift. So basically I had 3 different nurses in a 24-hour period. And I loved all my nurses. I really especially loved the elderly lady that was, because she was like really top. Y'all, let me tell you something. Y'all, this lady was talking to me like I knew full-blooded, like I was a not full-blooded, like I was fully, what you call it? Like I was bilingual, like I knew fluent Spanish. And I'm like, this lady just gonna make me speak Spanish. Y'all, I was speaking Spanish back to that lady too. I was speaking Spanish back to her. That wasn't nobody but God, because I was speaking Spanish back. The lady asked me how many kids I have. She told me how many kids she had. She told me the ages of her kids and everything, and I understood everything she said. And I was just like, dang, man, well, I'm kind of smart. And so I really loved that nurse. She was so sweet. And of course they came in, and y'all, I kept having problems with my IV, so they kept having to change my IV out because it kept getting caught up with blood in it, because I kept on bending my arm back, so it was my fault. And so they changed my IV about 4 times during the night. And the lady, she was so sweet. I mean, the lady was just so sweet. But now that last nurse I had, now she was sweet, but they was young, and it was like 12 o'clock, and they out there laughing on the phone. And I'm just like, hold on a minute now. Y'all, we trying to sleep in here. We are patient. And that's what I'm thinking in my head. I was about to go out there and say something. But every time I walked out to use the bathroom, they was like, do you need anything? Are you okay? And so I'm like, okay, they sweet. They just young. And so the next day, y'all, when that next morning came and it was time for the little younger lady, y'all, she came in there and she hugged me and everything. I was like, they just so sweet. And so she left, and then the older lady came back again for another shift. And so, you know, we was leaving to go to the airport from the recovery house. And so the lady was so sweet, y'all. We had to wear compression stockings, and the lady put my compression stockings on for me and everything, y'all. I took a bath, and then she put my compression stockings on. She told me how long I had to keep my compression stockings. And, before you leave, you have to have a B12 shot. So the younger nurse gave me my B12 shot. You got to have right in your butt, and yes, it burns. It hurts a little bit, but it's okay. And so I have to have, I think I have to have 5 more B12 shots. 4 times, yeah, 4 times what? But yeah, you get 1 B12 shot there, and then I think you have to have 4 more. So I'm just gonna get my Aunt Vanessa to do them, but she don't know yet because I ain't told her I had the surgery. But yeah, she's gonna be coming up and giving me those shots in my butt because she's a nurse and I don't know how to do it and don't want to know how to do it. And so, y'all, we was treated so good in the airport. Y'all, let me tell you something. They make me want to ride in a wheelchair every time I go to the hospital. Excuse me, every time I go to the airport. Y'all, when I tell you I was riding a lap of luxury, I mean, I'm just riding around. I got my bag. I put my bags here. I thought I could walk in, and the girl was like, girl, you better get a wheelchair. And so I put my bags on the little thing. Well, I didn't know that you could check your bags outside. Like if you're, so I checked my bags outside, so I didn't have to check them. Oh, yeah, my IV thing kept getting changed because I kept bending my arm up like that, y'all, and I wasn't supposed to be doing that. But I wasn't trying to. But it just kept happening. And so, and so we got in there and they wheeled us up and so y'all, we met other people in the hospital that had went to a different part of Mexico, and they had, keep in mind, y'all, you could not eat absolutely anything. Absolutely nothing. You could have ate sugar-free Jello broth. When they tried to they gave us broth and Jello and Gatorade at the recovery house, and all I did was drink the Gatorade. The broth tasted like pee. As soon as I drank it, I was like, ugh, I can't drink this. I had bought me some sugar-free Gatorade from that market I told you that was across from the hotel. It just tasted like garbage, and I just couldn't eat. So I was just sitting there starving and drinking Gatorade. And let me tell you something. When you first get the surgery, y'all, when I tell you, it takes everything in you just to get a little bit of the Gatorade down. It takes a lot out of you just to get a little bit. Like even now, I have to take slow sips. Like it's not no joke, y'all. It's really, really, yeah, it tastes like pee. Don't ask me because I don't know how pee tastes, but it just tastes like pee. And so, anyway, got on the plane. Now, of course, whenever you first have a surgery, you're going to say a lot of things that you don't mean. So I know y'all saw posts on Facebook. Like, I do not recommend nobody going across the country to getting on the airplane. Y'all, I was just in so much pain that I was just speaking out of being in pain for that moment, because I definitely recommend you going to Mexico to get the surgery. But this is what I will tell you. Baby, you better fly first class or you better fly Delta Comfort. Because, yes, it's an outpatient procedure. And so, yeah, you get to come right back home. But, I mean, you're really not supposed to fly now. Like, if you was in the States, they wouldn't suggest that you are flying. You have to, but that's why they give you those, compression socks because you're flying and they don't want you to get. And you have to wear the compression socks for I think 7 days after the surgery. And so, God, those things was, oh my God, they were so tight, y'all, and so uncomfortable. But I had to do what I had to do. And so, when I flew a regular, I had a window seat and I was miserable. And I was just like bunching them down. I was starving. I was told to bring chicken bouillon to put in water to sip because I was going to be hungry. I didn't want that. I just was booking. I just didn't want it. And so I was just hungry on the plane. And you know they give them little Biscoff cookies. I was waiting on them, boy. I was waiting on them. So I'm sitting there nibbling off the Biscoff cookies. I'm talking about just nibbling them, chewing them up real fine. And I only managed to eat half of one cookie because I was so scared I was going to agitate my stomach because I didn't have no business eating that right after my surgery. Okay, you get home. I got home, and that just started my recovery period. And so during this recovery period, my plane ticket was $888 plus tax. And I got the insurance that you get on there that you get that I didn't even know they did, that protect your baggage and all that. So that pushed it up to like $900 and something. And so but it was initially $1,267 whenever I first started looking at plane tickets, and I was like, oh my God. But you know, God blessed me to have that whole trip. You know, God just really blessed me. He really did. And so yeah, the plane ticket was pretty expensive. So this is what I would recommend. Don't do like me, plan your surgery three weeks away. No, if you want to have this surgery, you need to start planning this surgery now so you can get your plane ticket for like November or December or something like that, so it could be cheaper. And so but you guys know what, we end up having to wait in the my flight didn't fly out to what, 2 o'clock. So we waited in the airport for like 2.5 hours before we could even board. But guess what, y'all? We was able to board first. Everybody that was that had the wheelchair accommodations, we got to board first before the people that was first class, because you know the first class people think they better than everybody. But like I said, I recommend fly first class or Delta Comfort if you have had surgery, because you're going to want that extra leg room. You're not going to want to be bunched all up like I was. You're not going to want that, guys. And have some money, cash, when you're crossing back over the border back into San Diego, because when you're crossing back over the border back into San Diego, the Mexicans are going to flood the van, and they're going to have all this great stuff that you could buy because you wasn't able to go out and tour. So baby, they're going to give you stuff. And I bought this beautiful blanket. I love my blanket. It's so heavy, and it's just the detail is so beautiful on it. I'm going to make sure I put it in my documentary. I would show it to y'all right now, but I don't have it sitting right here. But it was beautiful. They had so much stuff that you could buy, and they let me buy it with my debit card. But I wanted to buy these little cute little purses for some little girls, but they wouldn't let me scan my debit card again. So the best thing for you to do is to have cash. So being that you couldn't get your souvenirs, you know, while you was actually there, while you crossing that border, I'm talking about, y'all, the people opened up the door and was sticking the stuff in the van for us to see. And I was like, oh, I want that blanket. And you can haggle. Like the blanket was originally $160, but I only paid $110 for the blanket. So it's really pretty. It's really, really pretty. I'm gonna put it on Lord, they said about go get it. Let me go get it. Okay, here's a blanket, y'all. Oh, ain't that so pretty? Oh, it's so pretty, y'all. Somebody made this blanket. It is so pretty, and it is so big. Like, y'all, it seems like it's like a queen size blanket. Oh my God, it's so warm. Oh man, it was so warm, y'all. I carried it. Yeah, because the documentary is gonna have actual video footage of everything. But I should have videoed that whenever we was buying, when I bought this blanket. The people I was with, they was trying to be all cheap. Like that. Y'all know y'all got some money now. Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, the blanket is beautiful, y'all. It is a beautiful blanket. And so, I was told that if I would have haggled a little bit more, that I actually could have gotten less for the blanket. But you know what, guys? Those people work so hard over there in Mexico to do what they do. I don't feel like I was robbed paying $110 for the blanket. It's a beautiful blanket. It's from another country. I'm pretty sure it was handmade. And I mean, I love it. And so, yeah. So just have cash. I say have at least about $200 worth of cash, you know, to try to just get you some nice souvenirs. You got kids, you want to get your kids something. They had these cute little purses, y'all. Oh my God, I wanted to get them so bad. They were so cute. And they had Tijuana, Mexico on them, but they would not scan my debit card again. So I wasn't able to get them. And so, however, guys, that is pretty much, unless you, if you guys have any questions that you want to ask me, anything that I feel like, because I feel like I covered everything from the time of my surgery, you know. Oh, let me tell you something. If you want to have the surgery, I say have at least about $4,500, because you got to pay for the surgery, y'all, but then you also got to pay for all this food and stuff that you don't have. I got a freezer full of food right there in my freezer that I can't eat. So you have to like go buy, re-buy grocery of what you can eat while you're going through your post-op and pre-op. And so when I bought my pre-op food, I spent $180. No food stamps of my own money. Yeah, I thought $110 was a good price too. And so I had my vitamins that I just showed you, all these vitamins, they were over $100. Then you got to buy post-op food. That's going to be about $200. So that's why I say have in all about $4,500 to keep you stable. When they send you all the medication that you need home, don't do like me. Come home and be in pain and not taking some of the medication that you know you're supposed to be taking. Don't do like I did. And so it was a while before I realized that I thought I was starving, but it was really stomach acid. But in the group, I was like, I'm starving. They're like, are you taking your stomach acid pills? I'm like, no, I'm not. But I started taking them and everything. But it is still a journey. I am currently 17 pounds down. I'm 224 pounds. When I started my pre-op, I was 240 pounds. So I feel extremely accomplished. And I am very happy about the surgery. You know, it changes your life and it transforms your life. You can't eat the way that you used to eat. You can't eat the things that you want to eat because it may aggravate your stomach, and especially right after post-op, you really can't. So I have done some cheating. I'm not gonna tell you no lie. Everybody is gonna cheat, but the things that's gonna be your saving grace are those protein shakes. My mom brought me 2 packs of those protein shakes, and I got the Pure Life chocolate and vanilla, and y'all, those things have been a lifesaver. I ain't gonna lie, I ate some chips today. I mean, I just really wanted something, and I just ate some chips today, y'all. But the thing is, if you cheat, you got to know how to chew, because you got to chew that stuff up real fine and real small. But see, when I cheated a few days ago, and I caught myself trying to eat some tuna, it messed me up. It messed me up. And let me tell you something. You will throw up. You will get this lump in your throat. Yeah, I'm trying to be honest about it, because I did some cheating and I paid for it too. I cheated when I first came home, and cheating caused me to get constipated. And so I took Miralax, because they tell you that they tell you everything that can happen to you. They tell you could become malnourished. They tell you could get dehydrated. They tell you that you can get constipated, and I got constipated. But I got constipated because I was sitting there trying to eat not real food, but just stuff I didn't have no business. It was real food, but it was something I wasn't supposed to be eating, and so I ended up getting constipated. And so I ended up having to I took the Miralax, and y'all, that Miralax didn't work for me. I had to take a tea that I take, a colon cleanse tea, and y'all, do y'all know how scared I was to take that tea? But it was either take the tea or be miserable. And so, no, I didn't eat the whole bag of chips. No, I didn't eat the whole bag of chips. No, baby, you can't eat the whole bag of chips. Your body is not gonna let you eat it. Small portions, small drinks, sip. I don't care if it's 100 degrees outside. You will sip on that water, baby, because you try to take a big gulp, you're going to regret it, because it's going to get trapped right there. You'll be like, sips. Still to this day. And guess what? When you first had the surgery, you ain't going to be able to drink water. That's how you end up constipated, too. You ain't going to be able to drink no water, y'all. that water gonna feel like bricks going down your throat. The only thing you're gonna be able to drink is a sugar-free Gatorade. That water is just gonna be too, I guess, thin it just it's like drop. It just, you can't drink it. I couldn't drink it. I'm finally starting to be able to drink water, and it is just so liberating because I am a water drinker. And so, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. So I am still in my post-op. And your diet, I'm at a liquid diet right now still. And then I think Thursday I go to baby food where I can blend like chicken and stuff up really fine. I mean, who wants to eat that? Ew. Gross. But I'll get a chance to do that. Yeah. Y'all need to go back and look. That's why I did this video, because I just want to tell y'all everything that you should look for. You're gonna have gas, so you're gonna need to have gas X pills, and that's really the main thing that you're gonna go through is gas. That's gas and just a little bit of pain. And so yeah, I kind of laid around. You know, some people. I know a lady who at my job she went back to work in 4 days. No, ma'am, I'm too accident prone to do that. I'm going back. I went back. Today was my first day back at work, and I was so glad to go back to work, y'all. I couldn't believe it. I was so glad to be back at work. And so, yeah. So, I mean, that pretty much sums up everything. Like I said, I have a diet plan from the nutritionist, and so I think next week, I think that I get to start fish and small, they tell you on there how much you can eat little small things of fish and chicken. And then after that, 2 weeks, you're welcome so much. After 2 months, then you can start back eating stuff that you used to eat, but it is not recommended. She still has you a list of stuff telling you this is what you need to stay away from. All that stuff, all that sugary stuff, carbonated drinks, alcohol. You can't have any of that right now. And they don't recommend you to have it at all, period, after the surgery. Your stomach is extremely sensitive. I have some Perrier water in there because that was a part of my post-op diet, the mineral water that I couldn't hardly drink. And because I was stuffed with so much food, I just couldn't hardly drink no water. And so, yeah. I want to taste that Perrier water right now because I know it probably tastes like a good old soda, but I can't drink it. Right, exactly. I couldn't believe I was glad to go back there. I can't believe it. I can't believe it at all. Well, do you guys have any questions? Because if you do not have any questions, then I would like to thank everybody who tuned in to my live, y'all. I held a good 8, 9 the whole live, and y'all just don't understand. That felt like 100 views to me, because that was 7 people, 8 people, 9 people that wanted to hear what I had to say about my surgery, and I really do appreciate it. And so thank you guys again so much for tuning in. And if you don't have any questions, then this is the end of the live, and you guys enjoy your evening.